On April 15, 2023, Officer Bittner with Blue Ash Police Department in Ohio was dispatched to a residence near Hunt Park after receiving a complaint of a resident yelling slurs at people in the park.
So what's going on today?
Yes, sir. I will come out and talk to you.
Okay, what's going on today?
Who called you?
A neighbor.
What crime did I commit?
Just saying that you're yelling provocative language to people at the park.
I'm yelling provocative language.
That's what
Is that a crime?
That's what I was told. Well, it depends. If it's causing alarm to people, it is.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is.
You're a liar.
If you're causing
You're
alarm,
lying. You're lying.
And if you're yelling threats, it could be a crime.
I'm not yelling threats.
Well, I never said that. I just said if you were yelling threats, it could be a crime.
Yeah, you did. You just said it.
No, I said if you were.
If I was.
Yep. I don't know what you were yelling. That's why I'm here to
I'm
talk
on
to
private property. I have freedom of speech.
Yes,
it's called
you do.
the First Amendment.
You do have freedom of speech, but is the moment that you start causing alarm to people?
Alarm. What
Yes.
is alarm? What is alarm? Is that a crime?
It is if you're causing alarm to people.
No, it is not
It's
a
called
crime.
disorderly conduct.
You state to me the statutory shit where I'm causing a crime. I'm committing a crime.
When you're causing alarm or annoyance or an inconvenience to multiple people, that is a crime.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It's called disorderly conduct.
You're a liar.
You can't be drunk
You're
causing
a liar.
somebody...
I'm on private property, man.
But you still can't be causing annoyance and alarm to somebody.
That's bullshit, man.
When you're
I
intoxicated,
can
you
do
cannot.
whatever I want on my property.
That's not exactly true.
You're a liar.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you think that. But
I think that because it's the truth.
so what exactly are you...
You want to speak to my lawyer?
What exactly are you doing back there?
You want to speak to my lawyer?
I just want to... I'm asking you a simple question.
I'm getting drunk. I love to be drunk.
That's not a crime.
There you go.
But are you yelling at people in the park?
You got your camera on?
I do. It's not illegal to drink, especially when you're on your own property.
That's right.
As long as you're not operating a motor vehicle.
That's right. Amen, brother.
So what
you want to bring
yelling?
About 4 or 5 more of them in here and waste our money?
Are you yelling at people?
You're
at the park?
wasting my money right now.
That's what I'm asking, a simple question, and you're not giving me any answers. Are you yelling at people at the park?
I'm yelling at anybody I want to yell at.
Why?
Because it's my property. I can do whatever I want.
What are you yelling?
I might be yelling anti-Semitic. I might be yelling racial slurs, whatever.
Well, you can't do that.
You're a liar.
You can't be yelling
The freedom
racial
of
slurs.
speech gives me the right to do whatever I want.
To a certain extent, it does.
Bye. Adios. You're a liar. You got your camera on.
How much have you been
You're
drinking?
sitting there telling me I don't have no right.
Would you got an ID on you? I'm allowed to ID you because you came up to make contact with me.
No, I did not come up to you and make contact.
You told me to stay off your property,
Bye.
and then you came to me.
As Officer Bittner tries to get Jeffrey to provide his ID, Jeffrey begins to walk away, returning to his backyard.
It's been like that the whole time I came up here.
We can get a couple witnesses. We can get them for disorderly conduct.
That's what I told him. He's like, it's not illegal to yell at people. Is that him?
Yeah.
He did admit to yelling to people at the park. I asked him what he was yelling. He's like, it doesn't matter what I was yelling. It could be anti-Semitic. It could be racial slurs. It don't matter. Now he's just yelling hi to everybody.
As Jeffrey sits in his backyard shouting at park-goers, Officer Taylor locates the witness to take his statement.
It's really going to turn into a shit show when I try to cite him. I'm going to end up having to just take him downtown.
Yeah. And they may refuse him if he's too intoxicated.
For DC intox.
Yeah.
So. Oh, it's going to be a wrestling day.
We can go hook him up.
You don't know shit. Go in the house.
Yeah.
Go in the house.
No, you can't. You
he
can't be offended by that.
Yeah, he
You
can't be
a victim.
disorderly to us. But the rest of the, I mean, there's somebody standing outside over there.
Yeah. I didn't commit a crime.
How long have you guys been listening to that?
I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
My neighbors did.
Okay.
We have 2 little ones and
Yeah, sure.
upstairs with their sound machines on.
Okay.
But hold on, actually, my neighbor texted us at Well, and I guess that's a loaded question because how long, as in like since we've lived here?
How long? Maybe since last night, because I heard it was an ongoing.
I didn't hear anything
okay.
last night.
Okay. I had heard it started last night, and it just kind of kept on progressing.
I would say
today.
the last like hour.
The
Our
last
neighbors
hour.
heard it.
Okay.
But it's like
Sorry.
It's
I hope
like-
I don't wake up your kids.
That's fine.
Getting your dog lined up.
it's pretty constant.
Yeah.
I mean, he like is always
Always.
Yelling
Yeah.
at people in the park because he can see straight through there.
Yeah, that's kind of why we got called down here today, because he was yelling some.
It's like they've got 3 kids, they've got 2, we've all got, like, there's just kids everywhere. And
Yeah, and he was yelling some pretty, you know.
that's-
Yeah, well, they were. It wasn't so much profane as it just was.
Usually
just,
it's super racist.
yeah, very. It's racist, ethnicity, religious,
and I
that
think he
type.
has like I don't think it's a real gun.
He has a pellet gun.
He has a pellet gun, yeah. Apparently he had some problems with his neighbors in the backyard, and he had kind of wandered over into their property and set off their cameras and stuff. And
Yeah, they've got a bunch of kids.
yeah,
Just
I think they have
houses.
3 maybe.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So apparently that was an issue as well. But
Yeah.
the couple of people that we have talked to today, that usually his tirades tend to be of the racist,
Yeah.
ethnic,
Yeah,
religious
I mean,
variety.
he like the only things he's done to us is like he doesn't like the like new construction.
Sure,
stuff.
sure,
So
yeah.
he like will say like, take your money and get out
He
of
does
here.
burnouts up and down
He
the
does
street in his little
burnouts,
truck.
like
His little
he'll-
pickup truck. Nice.
Yeah, like he'll like pull up near our house, or like if he knows our cars, so if he's like pulling in around the same time as us, he like comes up real far and like tries to scare you
Yeah,
and
it tries
stuff.
to be intimidating. I got you.
And if a
But-
house is having a bunch of graduation parties
Sure,
last,
sure,
last
yeah. I mean,
fall,
it's-
cars parked on the street, drives them nuts.
Driving,
Yeah, that usually sets him off.
Help anybody who parks in front of his house. His mom's
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
What exactly did it say?
He says his friends down the street are Jewish, and he was calling them effing Jews, stole all my money from me, and was cussing at them. Then these 2 African American kids were walking through the park, and he was calling them the N-word.
The witness stated Jeffrey shouted racial slurs and threats at the people in the park. He also stated that he spots Jeffrey on his property frequently, even after warning him he's trespassing.
And then from 10 p.m. until this morning, he kept walking on his property, which he alerts him on the camera.
Oh, he does have a camera.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like records or if it's saving, but he said I was alerting him that somebody was on his property. He went out, I told him, get out of here. Then this morning with the soccer game, came back, he's on his property again. So he wants to trespass on there too if we want to do that.
So we were talking about probably DCN talks, tell him he's not allowed on his neighbor's property. If he goes on his neighbor's property again,
Then we can
he'll
charge
be
him with
trespassed.
trespass. I mean, because the neighbor doesn't have his property posted as no trespassing, so there's nothing there that we can tell him, hey,
From this point forward,
from
we
this
can.
point forward, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'll just go back to the PD, call the complainant back, and let him know.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would
Yeah,
knock
'cause
on the front door and talk to mom.
Because he said after he told him to get off his property, this morning he did not come back on. So
Okay.
he didn't have a re-entry, it doesn't sound like, after he was told not to be on the property.
Okay.
Then if mom lets you, mom let me in the house, so mom was gonna let you on the property. This guy's, he didn't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Mom's house, it's mom's property, so.
I'll get the
And
DCN
I wouldn't make a big deal
intox
of it if he
written up
doesn't sign
and-
it, just put intoxicated.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he just ripped it up.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he ripped it into shreds and didn't do a thing with it. I mean, that's what mom told me. He's like, he's a nice guy when he's not drinking. I said, I'm sure Charles Manson was a nice guy when he wasn't killing people.
After taking the witness's statement, officers make the decision to arrest Jeffrey for disorderly conduct.
Is he going to stay out here and keep doing this?
Probably until he passes out. It's gonna be my guess. But then, I mean, what do you do with somebody who's intoxicated on their own property, acting like a jackass?
I mean, if you're going to sign with DC, send him to county and take him to freaking jail and have him It's freaking
Just look him up.
All right, come here. Come here, Jeffrey. Turn around.
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna take you to jail today.
No, well, for what?
Stop.
You're trespassing.
For disorderly
You're
conduct.
trespassing. You're trespassing.
Stop now.
You're trespassing. You're trespassing. You're
Jeff, you're under
trespassing.
arrest, okay?
You're trespassing. You're trespassing. You're trespassing. You are trespassing.
No, this isn't a
You
gun.
are trespassing.
Stop.
You're
Hold on,
trespassing.
let me double check.
You're trespassing. You're trespassing.
Jeff, stop.
You're trespassing. Get off of me.
Stop.
You're violating my free Fourth Amendment right. You're trespassing. Liar, you're trespassing.
Watch your hand.
You're trespassing.
All right.
He's going to jail.
Yeah.
He's going to jail.
What am I going to jail for?
Jeff,
You gotta sleep this
Jeff,
out, Jeff.
look at me.
Hey,
being-
you didn't tell me what I'm being detained
I'm
for.
trying to tell you right now.
What am I being detained for?
Stop.
trying to tell
Settle
you right
down.
now.
You're being arrested and taken down to
I'm
Hamilton
being
County
arrested
Justice Center
illegally.
for disorderly conduct while
That's
intoxicated.
bullshit.
All right,
I'm on
let's go.
private property.
Move.
I'm on private property.
Move.
Don't get.
I'm on private property. I'm on private property.
Get in.
You're liars.
Give him some of the jail.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Stop. Illegally, you're detaining me. Look at you. Look at you. You're cursing. You're lying ass pieces of shit. You're lying
gotta let it
ass
go.
pieces of shit. You're liars. You're liars. You're liars. You're detaining me illegally. You German kraut liquor. Piece of shit. You're a communist. Yeah. Tear my arm off. German kraut liquor. Tear my arm off.
I got him, Allison.
German kraut liquor. You're liars. You're liars.
You want to just ride with him, Brandon?
I said I could throw my bag in the back.
Let me ride the back.
No.
Throw my bag in the back.
You're a German kraut liquor, liar.
Third terminating. Somebody you think it might be a single
I
party
will be a lawyer and you will leave. You're gonna pay me.
Jeffrey was arrested and placed in the patrol car to be transported to Hamilton County Justice Center for further processing.
No, just talking was.
Let's get you over here, bro.
Are you really care about me?
Where am I jumping?
Did you really do?
Is that here?
You gonna give me a kiss?
Yeah, it says.
Oh yeah. I'm suing you on this. Suing
More money than us.
you. You detained me off private property.
Okay.
I didn't arrest you, but
Who was it? That right there. Bald-headed Jew. Bald-headed
Let's go,
Jew.
buddy. Come on.
You arrested me off private property.
Come on.
Private property. Yes, I will come.
We just don't have all day.
You're being sued, mother.
Come on. He's got a hat.
Oh boy.
yeah, that's the real deal.
You want me to grab a complaint?
They had him in here.
I have a lot to do with it.
He's a liar. He's a liar. I'm suing your ass. I'm suing your ass, you bastard.
I was asking if they took the
Private
525.
property.
Just giving you this.
Private property.
Which is good. When you come to
The suspect was charged with disorderly conduct. At this time, the case is still undergoing court proceedings.